It's another beautiful day here at the Seed Time and Harvest Garden. I'm here with my young children, and on our last video we talked about composting. But what do you do once the compost is ready? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a sifter so I can sift out some of the material so I can use it in the garden. I'm going to show you how to make a sifter that we can use in this wheelbarrow here. What we'll need is some 2x4s, which these are already pre-cut. Oh, thank you, Joshua. These are pre-cut to 26.5 inches, so about 2 feet. And what is that you have there? So 2 feet and 2 inches. And here my son has, this is builder's mesh. And this is the smallest holes that they have. That's what the building mesh that I will use for my sifter. I cut it out already. And this one is approximately 2 feet by 2 feet. That one's pre-cut already. I cut it myself. And then I have a 2x1 stake post. And these are 2 feet. So I have 2x4s that are 2 feet and 2x4s that are 2 feet and 2 inches. I have 2 of them. So I'm going to set up right here. Thank you, Joshua. And my little helper Joshua is going to help me, and my son, looks like Michael, wants to help also. All right, so we're going to go ahead and lay everything that we have here. All right, thank you, sons. And these are some backing plates that I have laying around that I'm going to use to strengthen my corners. These are my wood screws, the 2-inch wood screws, and a staple gun to staple it down. And I have here my power drill. That's right, Michael. Compost pile, we started noticing that things were growing, so we didn't disturb it and we allowed it to grow. So what we want to do is we want to transplant what we have here into our garden. And we see that our son Michael is over there digging holes right now. Michael, are you digging holes? All right, dig the hole so we can plant some things in there. Yes. All right, so we're gonna plant some of the things that are in our compost right there where our son is digging. Thank you, Michael. All right, so here I have two kinds of forks. This fork, if you've noticed, I've been using to pick up the mulch. This is a pitchfork. Now I'm gonna use this fork here. This is a digging fork. And this is a lot better when you are lifting up the dirt to get air into it, or when you're turning your compost. All right, so what I wanna do now is to add some accelerator. I'm going to add some compost that's already rich and ready to my piles. This will actually speed up the process. I'll do that to both my piles here. Now this is good to do. You don't want to add just any sand. It probably won't benefit the compost pile much, but if you have some compost, some rich compost, that would. And now I'm going to go ahead and turn it. Perhaps I can get my helper to put in some compost in the pile for me. My helpmeet. Special appearance by Charisse. Alright, so here we have our compost tumbler again. I'm going to give it one spin real quick, and then we're going to take a look and see what we have in here. Alright, so we're going to use our pitchfork here, bring it into our sifter, and sift this material out. Alright, so when you take a look at what's inside, you can see that it's very rich and fine, and that's what we're going to use in the garden. And this stuff here, we're going to put back into our pile. Let it break down some more. So we're going to go ahead and repeat this process. All right, so we've been adding good compost. We've been working the compost into the garden. And last time we met, we talked about how the Lord is bringing life from death. And another object lesson as we look at all the living organisms and the micronutrients that are found in this compost. It is rich soil. It is good ground. Good ground to produce fruit. This is what is needed to produce fruit. And so likewise, we need good nourishment. And that good nourishment comes from that manna that comes from heaven. We need to spend time eating the Word of God. This is how we must be nourished so that we can bear fruit. So I'm praying for all of us to partake of that manna, even as we're giving the compost this good ground so that the plants can produce the fruit so that we can get a harvest. Likewise, the Lord wants to have a harvest ready when He returns. So I pray that we may spend time in the Word, that the Lord may truly have a harvest.
Join us next time for another